Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another edition of the All-American Farm. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. First of all, let me just pop over to the 8400 here. As you can see, we have this field and this field. So, what happened was, I actually picked up field 8 and field 10. And, as you are probably aware at this particular time, I am putting them together now. I'm drawing them together. So this is the last pass here. I figured I would do it on camera. So we're just going to do the last pass here, and then we'll do what we are going to do today, which is a little bit of baling. If you recall from the last episode, we dried the hay, we tedded it finally, and we also windrowed it and all that jazz. So now we are just getting ready to bale it dry this time. Last time we didn't bale it dry for whatever reason. I don't know why I didn't do it. Actually, one of the episodes in relation to that just went live today, I guess. So because of that, a lot of people were saying, yeah, you know what, you should definitely put your dry or your wet hay, you should wrap it. Which is true, you really should. I just didn't do it for whatever reason. Not exactly sure the reason why I didn't, but I didn't. So I got this plow here, as you can see. I didn't want to do anything fancy with the plow, so I just got this one, which I know works in an easy straight line. Although I did discover a really nice plow that I've had for a while. I just don't do a lot of plowing. Let me just show it to you quickly before I forget about it. It's a pretty sweet plow. It's a Keverland plow. It has a pretty nice little, this one right here, the Keverland ES. Has a pretty nice little graphic, actually. It has a, I don't know how you call it, a particle system on the mold boards itself. It's pretty cool. Or the blades, I guess. I was pretty impressed with it, to be honest with you. A lot more than I thought it was going to be honest with you. I guess I'm just being honest with you today. Anyways, it was actually really cool. I was messing around on a different map with it, and I didn't realize how cool it actually was, so I was pleasantly surprised, to say the least. It's funny, a lot of people mention the fact that there is a new version of this John Deere 8400. Version 3, I think it is. I checked it out. Didn't like it as much. There's a couple random things. I wasn't as big a fan of the tires. That was one thing I really didn't appreciate about it. But also one of the other things I didn't like about it, it has a weird sound for me for whatever reason. Whenever I was going at top speed like I'm doing right now, I would get a really strange sound, and it would really bother me. So let's just say the same thing happened on this particular tractor too when I first got it. The only difference is that I was adjusting a few things and I got rid of it. Also, I don't remember if I put this in the last episode or not. I can't honestly remember. As you can see, I picked up a shed here for the hay. The chickens are in it. Get out of here, chicken. Shoo, shoo. Anyways, so put this shed right here. It's just a placeable. Let me just show it to you. I can't remember, honestly. I'm pretty sure I did it last episode, but let's consider this a recap. It is just a placeable modern hay shed. I believe I got it off of FS-UK. It should be high enough for our Heath Super Chaser. I'm not sure about that, mind you. I'm just going to change this back to limit to fields. Or maybe it was already on that. I don't know. I don't want to accidentally make a field in a random location. Oops, sorry, chickens. Yeah, put that back there, and that's a good place for it because that's where the mixing station is. So I will be able to move or put the bales there whenever I need to put them there. So that's the deal behind that. That's a little bit of straw that's left in that TMR mixer. I haven't put it anywhere yet. I have no idea where I'm going to put this plow. Let's just put it in here. I'm probably never going to use... maybe I will. But this seems like a good enough place as I need to put it, so let's just put it in here. Oh, well. That's as close as it gets. That's fine. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into our other John Deere. Not this one right here. So as you can see, we got the John Deere right here, the John Deere 7310R with the big baler. I was actually looking at videos of this online today, It was actually a different series of Baler. I think it was a 4000 Massey Ferguson, but it looks very similar to this, same tires and everything. But the bales are enormous. I couldn't believe the size of the bales coming out of the thing. They were like, I don't know, 5x3 or something like that, or 5x4. They're just massive, massive bales. Although the thing that really kind of threw me off about this baler in real life is the fact that it only has one axle. And it seemed, when the tractor was pulling it, it seemed like it was like really bouncy and tippy. I don't know why they didn't put a dual axle on it. Like, let me just show you. The Kuhn we had dual axles on it, and that makes a lot more sense to me, in the sense that just the way it balances out and it really distributes the pressure a little bit better. That's what it seemed like. This one right here, it's got the dual axles, as you can see. But this one definitely does not, and I was kind of surprised by that. In real life, I guess, because it makes more sense. I was looking at a larger series. I think it was a 4000, like I said. So anyways, so as you can see, our grass has been dried. It's nice and dried now, this time around, finally. And it is ready to go. Actually, just thinking, let me get this guy started first. I actually picked up another Ago tractor, or Ugo, I want to say it. I just haven't picked. Let me just show you, because I can't remember what number. I can't remember what the actual number of the tractor. It is a John Deere 7 something. I didn't really want to download it in this, only because of where I had to go to download it. So that's the reason why I didn't get it. It's this one, I think. No, it's the one with duals. This one right here, 7290 with duals already on it. I believe this is the one that TCGG Rob's using, so anyhow, so I have that one too I can pick up at some point. Alright, so I'm not sure if this guy's going to work with this Courseplay or not. I guess I can just do it myself. Someone was mentioning the fact that I really shouldn't leave bales in here, so let's turn this guy on right now and unload this guy right here. I think you can do it. Or you have to be driving. Nope, you have to be driving. I think it's, is it, which button is it? It is not obvious. Turn off X, maybe? No. It's not X. Ah, whatever. It'll come out eventually anyways. And we can probably speed this up a little bit. We don't need to go so slowly. Apparently that was a little too fast. Alright, alright, alright. Actually, one of the funny things, I was watching a YouTube video... Other way. I was watching a YouTube video with this baler, like I was saying. It's probably going to be like 20 kilometers is the fastest. No, we can go to, that's good enough. And the really interesting thing about it was, he was just rocking through the... It seemed like the guy who was baling, or the girl who was baling, was just rocking through the field. It was crazy. I couldn't believe how fast they were going through the field. But it was a pretty big baler, so I guess that's the reason why. Oh, goodness. So this is recorded after I released a video, I don't know, just the other day, called, I don't know, it was Farming Simulator, Old School Hay Cutting, I think it was. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Anyways, the response from people, that a lot of people really enjoyed that video, so by the time this goes live, I'm sure I will have released some other ones, but I haven't released any other ones yet, so that will happen in the near future. I'm definitely gonna do a whole. It's gonna be like a little mini series of a whole bunch of things with using classic tractors and whatnot. So I don't know. I've been enjoying playing on the map. The map is Smithfield, for those people who are wondering. I left it in the comments, and it's so far I've really enjoyed playing on the map. It's well, I should say I really enjoyed, but I definitely have run into problems in the same hand, which makes it really annoying as well. Some of the things I've enjoyed are, I've enjoyed, yes, the scenery of that particular map. It's a really, really nice looking map. A lot nicer than I thought it was going to be, actually. But I ran into some really random problems with, like, things, like when I walk around, for example, or when I drive around, I should say walk around. I'm not going to walk around a farm sim. When I drive around, there are some random things I'll hit, which is really annoying. I don't know why I hit those things, but I definitely do. Also, random little side note, someone was saying that this particular baler. There we go. Wow. This particular baler, they were saying about 200 horsepower is a good note for this particular baler because it is a pretty mighty baler in real life. They were saying 200 plus, and I believe this one is a 340 horsepower, so we are good in that front. Also, one of the things they mentioned was the fact that you need to have enough horsepower. Did that light just come on? I don't think so. Sorry, I'll show the light I'm talking about in a second here. This one right here, I thought it just came on for some reason. No. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, some of them are saying that you need to have the appropriate amount of weight on the tractor as well, which is definitely true because this baler, seeing it work in real life is just a monster. You can do this. You don't need to see anything. What the heck did that do? Huh. That was the asterisk button, apparently. Maybe the... Oh, look at that. You can eat the steering wheel if you want to. Or adjust your... so those people wondering what the heck that button was just pressing, that was the asterisk button, or the star button, on the numpad, and /. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Didn't know you could do that. Although I've discovered this hand movement looks really funny when you have when you don't have a steering wheel. So right now it looks like it's really not as smooth as you'd like it to be, because I can see how the hand like just does like all crazy stuff. But if it were, if I had a steering wheel, I think it would look much nicer. Be much smoother turns and whatnot. Anyhow, that's something I just discovered. But yeah, this baler, I couldn't believe the size of it. Just a monster. And apparently, I was looking in the Farmers Forum the other day, and a lot of people, oh, not a lot of people, but there's an advertisement I'll specify. And in the advertisement, they said that apparently Massey Ferguson, or Heston specifically, are well known for high quality baling equipment, or foraging equipment, I guess you'd call it. I don't know if that's true or not in real life, but that's what they were claiming, at least. Alright. Excellent. I also discovered something new about Courseplay. I guess it was yesterday, I suppose. The new version of Courseplay. A lot of people have asked where you can get that. It's on FS-UK. You can get the developer version there. You do have to do a little bit of fiddling around to get it to work properly. So if you don't have the capability of unzipping and zipping stuff, you may need to get some of the appropriate software for that. WinZip would do it. WinRAR would do it as well. Both of them will work for unzipping and zipping up files and whatnot. So I guess if you really wanted to, you could do this. Jeez. I think it's Z. Yeah, Z resets. Anyways, yeah, so if you want to do that, you can go ahead. But the really cool thing is, let me just bring this back up here. The really cool thing you can do is, let me just turn around here for a second. And I guess I can bring the GPS up so I stay in a straight line here. Perfect, look at that. One of the cool things you can do is you can actually put things in folders, which I thought was pretty neat. This actually makes a folder, so I could put this as Field 1. Let's just do it right now. Let's call this the F1 folder, like so. So now I have a folder called the F1 folder, which is of course for Field 1. So for all my Field 1 stuff, I can put it in there. So if I want to go, whoops, let's put it in here. So it should just drop it into there. Should be in the keyword. There it goes. It does. Obviously, that was a bit buggy, but a little glitchy. But there you go. So now it's all in Field 1. Let's say I want to make a Field 2, because we have Field 2 as well. So we'll make a Field 2 folder. And then I can put all my Field 2 related stuff in it. So let's say Field 2, that's the Combine one. We'll put it in this right here. So as you can see, you can sort your courses out really easily just like that. So I thought that was a really nice addition. So instead of having to do this and go all the way through all your courses, you can sort them, which I thought was a nice little, a nifty little change they made there. I actually learned that from David Oldfield from OEB Modding. I noticed that I was watching one of his videos from his Old Brook series, Old Brick V2. And it's a really nice, it was a really nice little feature that he pointed out, and I thought it was really neat, so I thought I'd give it a go. So that's how you use it right there. But it's pretty cool, so you can put all your courses into the appropriate field, or if you want to separate them. So these ones right here, B1, B2, that's Bunker 1, Bunker 2 at the BGA. So you can do it that way too, so pretty cool little stuff you can do. And, I don't know if this will have it. No, it won't have it. But I noticed another feature when you're in Fieldwork mode. I noticed another feature in the new Courseplay that you can tell how much to refill by. So for example, if you only want to refill up to like 90%, you can set it to fill to 90% only. So when you are using is that gonna get it? Yeah. So when you're using equipment that doesn't fill both sides of things, you can set it up so it fills, like for example, if you have fertilizer and seed, you can fill it up that way, which I thought was kind of interesting. And only up to a certain point. Alright, nice. Almost done. No, we're not almost done. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save the game here. So as you can see, I seeded this field, or started seeding that field, and it didn't quite finish. So this was... what was it would be? I guess it's this, the mow course. Oh no, it's not the mow course. It is the... There it is, the rake. Alright, so I think this will work. I have no idea if it works. If it doesn't work, I should say. Let's just see. Alright, if it stops working for whatever reason, because this is a developer version, you will run into these problems if you mess around with the developer version. Not every implement is functional yet, but if it stops, I will probably just end the episode. Keep it. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Alright, moment of truth. Alright, perfect. It works. Anyways, yeah, that thing is just a monster. Anyhow, let's hop over to this guy right here. So as you can see, I got this guy. He cultivated this field fully. I ran into some weird problems with not owning this field, and that's partially the reason why I actually bought these two fields. I had the money too, so I was just like, whatever, we'll just pick it up. So, alright, let's drive this back to not base, but drive it back to our home. I'm just gonna stay off the side of the road, on the side of the road here, because seriously, if you were to, if you had this much space on the side of the road, I'm pretty sure a lot of farmers, and it's this smooth, I'm pretty sure farmers would probably, well, I don't know, maybe not. I would do this, I suppose. Maybe, it's hard to say. I guess they would drive on the road. Some people were saying in the comments that they wanted me to get a Case quad track. We have a Case Stagger 500 at the moment, which is not quite the same thing, but it's as close as we're going to get for the moment, at least. It's a pretty nice little tractor, I have to admit. I think the other one's a bit better just because it has the ability to, has the indoor sound and all that jazz, but the one I have is pretty sweet too. What the heck is that? Well, that's a telehandle. No, I want... Here we go. One of the nice features I mentioned before is, with this, is that it actually has the capability of... It keeps the same unload points, or the same loading positions and transport positions for your courses, so you don't have to continually set it up and reset it up. Oh, it's on the wrong one. Whoops. I don't think I got... I'm not sure if I got the second bunker to work properly or not. I want to say I didn't, but we're going to find out. Yeah, so it actually will save where the positions are, so you don't have to always do it, which is really nice, because that was one of the painful things about getting this set up properly. But he's still unloading this bunker because he only has a little tiny bucket, but he's doing the job. That's what it comes down to, or that's what it boils down to, I should say. Apparently that's becoming like a bit of my catchphrase. Someone left a comment a while ago, and I asked them a question in relation to it, and then in their comment they were saying that's what it boils down to, and I got a lot of things going on. It made me laugh, actually. Alright, looks like this is working well. Good. I'll let him keep doing that. And let's go back to this guy here. Yeah. But a lot of people are, well, not a lot of people. Some people have mentioned a new map already, which is kind of funny actually. I think this is episode 19, something like that. Episode 19. So a lot of people were saying that I know it's a bit early to start considering another map, but here's a suggestion. A lot of people suggested the Idaho map or the Northeast Iowa map. I know R.D. Allen's playing on those maps. Or I think he's playing on both at the same time. I can't remember. But yeah, he's playing on one or both. And I try not to do the same map as other people are doing, just for whatever reason. But I think it's just primarily because it adds a little bit of variety. So the problem is sometimes people will play... there's a lot of people all playing the same map. Like, for example, Spring Hill Valley's like that a little bit right now. There are a lot of people all playing on that same map. So it makes it a bit... I don't know. I don't want to say boring per se, but it's more like you've seen it before. So sometimes I'm sure people will watch someone play in a map because they want to see what the map is like. And if that's the reason, then if you've already seen someone else play on the map, then it kind of becomes a bit redundant to watch somebody else play on the map. Although there are different styles and whatnot. And apparently my style is different from other people's styles. So, which is good. It's good to have your own style. Alright, this guy right here, we still haven't... I should buy a corn header for him, actually. Because... Oh, that scared me. A little bit of lag there. It might have been that save thing that Farm Sim implemented, or Giants implemented, so... What was the other thing I wanted to do? Oh, that's right. Let's grab this guy again. Let's fire him up. We need to collect those bales there. So we're going to go ahead and see if see if the shed will actually hold the bales properly or not. Where is our Heath Super Chaser? Right here. Alright, here we go. Perfect. I keep thinking that there's a way you could... I keep thinking there was a way you could Courseplay this in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure there is a way, but I don't care to do it that much, so. I actually had someone comment the other day saying, hey, could you please not do video without Courseplay? It's possible, and I have done videos without Courseplay. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, I have done videos without Courseplay before. I definitely tend to play more with it, because that's just my particular style. One of the reasons why I do have two maps running at the same time, for example, Iron Horse and this map, is because on Iron Horse I tend to play without, or with less Courseplay, I'll say. I tend to play with less Courseplay, so if you want to see a video without Courseplay or with less Courseplay, definitely check out Iron Horse. Because that's what you're going to find, a video with less Courseplay. Although, it is likely that I'll probably... Well, ever since I got the new Courseplay, I have played around with it a little bit more in Iron Horse, which I have to admit. And that's just primarily because I was excited about it. And I'm really enjoying some of the changes that they've made to it, and that's the reason why I am not always talking about it, but talking about it a lot right now. And that's just because the changes are awesome. I really, really like the changes they've made so far. Really cool changes. They've actually added a few more implements that work properly. Whoops. That's not good. Not good at all. I don't know if I will going to be able to get this shot. They added a few more implements that will function properly with it. So, there we go, perfect. For example, the NI Modding's Crone Swadro, it actually works now with Courseplay, the new version of Courseplay, which is really nice. Also, the Terret mowers work with Courseplay now too, the new ones. Or not the new ones, but the ones we've always had, but they work with Courseplay now, which is nice. I guess I'm gonna do like one of these. So a lot of little features they've added, a lot of little things they've done, which have made it really solid. One of my particular features, like if you play on bigger maps, like I tend to do, One of the features that I really, really appreciate now is the... come on now, get in there. Fine. Be that way. One of the features I really like... I'll get that back. I'll get it in a second. One of the features I really like is being able to put 2 implements on the same course. I think that's fantastic. Especially if you would play on bigger maps. It makes your life a lot easier in that sense, at least. So, one of the little nice things. They've added lots of details that I really think are cool. So, what else did they add? I think the file system I guess is really nice too. So, anyhow, actually, I was on Twitter today, and I noticed one of the guys I follow on Twitter. He's getting ready to cut his, I think it's his winter wheat already, which is crazy. He is in. Whoops! Oh, we're full. Got a little too excited there. He's getting ready to cut his wheat already, which threw me off. I was like, really? Winter wheat already? That seems a bit early, but it's what, July 2nd, 3rd? 2nd today? So it seems a bit strange that he would cut it now, but if it's ready, it's ready, man. Just get it off the field. And if it is ready like he says it is, I'll have to double check, or check back on Twitter, but if it is ready, he's going to be really lucky because he might be able to get another crop in the ground before the winter comes. So he'll be able to... last year, I think he put soybeans in the ground after it, so he'll be able to do that again, which is pretty awesome if you... if weather allows you to do that. Because that means a little bit more money in your pocket, which is good as a farmer because farmers really don't make that much money. Alright. The only problem with putting that shed there is now I have to go even further to get to my place where I'm going to store these bales. But this should be fine. I am curious as to how it's going to work when the table is fully tilted up, because I don't know if it's tall enough. It looks like it is tall enough, and I really like the style of that particular shed. It's gorgeous, perfect for what I'm going to be using it for, which I think is the whole reason. I think that was the whole reason why the mod was made in the first place, was for not for this specifically, but for hay. Alright. Let's get this started. Chickens, stay away. Alright, how's that gonna be? Let's just see. Oh yeah, that's gonna be just the right height. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Sweet. That is, look at that. That's like perfect. With enough clearance so you don't have to mess around with it too much. The only annoying part is going to be is if the bales fall into the cow pasture here. It's interesting, on my version I don't have any grass here, but on the version I uploaded to American Eagle Modding, there actually is grass here and it looks a lot better. This looks so dull. Also, I made a recent, this was actually a suggestion from Greg. He said that I should put straw in here, and I did put straw in here. It only shows up when you load a new version of Courseplay up, or Courseplay, a version of the map. So, because I have the save game, it doesn't show up. But if I were to start a new game, it shows up. So there's a little bit of straw in there now. It's not a straw plane, so it doesn't increase as you put straw in, but it makes it look a little more like an area cows would actually come and lay down. Well, I guess they would lay down in here. I guess if these were dairy cows, honestly, like, where would the dairy cows stay in the winter? Probably not out in the field, I don't think. Not in Canada, at least. I think if cows were to stay out in the field, dairy cows, I don't think they would be able to survive. But some other types of cows would be fine, I imagine. It was actually a random thought I had a while ago, was to have like a bison farm, and bison would be fine in outside all year long. Alright, let's just move forward just a tinsy-winsy bit more here. See if we can do this in cab. That's probably good. Let's go just check. That's more than enough space. Alright. Perfect. Look at that. Let's just tilt the table down there. Beauty. Sweet. That is fantastic. I love this shed. Holy cow. It looks really cool. There's got the little beams there. Maybe if these weren't white, if there was a bit grayer, but still, it looks really slick, if I do say so myself. Anyhow, I'm going to stop the episode there for now, folks. My name's Iain. Robson has been Farming Simulator 2013, coming at you from the All-American Farm. And this won't go live before then, but happy 4th of July for those Americans out there, and happy Canada Day, or post-Canada Day, I guess. It's July 2nd today. When this gets released, it'll be way past this time, but I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Anyways, catch you guys later.